Hello. This is Friday, May 23rd, 2025. This is a sideshow. I'm Theodore Parker coming to you from Lexington, Kentucky on the east coast of the USA. We'll start the program today with the weather. There's a special weather statement until Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Fayette County. Areas of dense fog this morning, times of sun and clouds, highs in the upper 60s and lows in the mid 40s. UV will be very high and increase from yesterday up to 9. I think yesterday it was 6. Ragweed pollen decreasing tomorrow. Temperatures a little higher than yesterday, up by 4 degrees. And weather-related news, these U.S. airports are kings of turbulence. And of a list of 6, Denver, Colorado was number 1. Sunrise today was at 6:21 a.m. Sunset will be at 8:48 p.m. UV very high. Currently the wind, at the time that I first looked at the weather report, the wind was at 3 miles per hour. And the AQI is good at 20, and pollen very high today. Currently, the wind is 6 miles per hour. The last couple of days, we've had high winds in this area, cloudy mixed with sun. I wanted to take a moment to spare you having to think too much about what's going on with the sideshow with Theodore Parker. I've been on and off with no consistent days here recently, and that's because I've had a series of doctor's appointments. I've suggested to you that you have a physician and that you make your doctor's appointments and keep them. So that's what's going on with me right now. I also have a new doctor, and she has an eye for detail, so she's been putting me through my paces with various departments in the medical profession. Veterans Administration. So I just wanted to clear that up before anything got started that was not necessary. So let's get on with the news for today, Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Number 1, 17-year-old facing murder charge after one of 2 missing teens found dead. That was here in Lexington. Number 2, Glorilla's nose job rumors sets social media on fire. See before and after pics. That's something that you can do when you have the time. And number 3, say what? 24-year-old Australian woman reportedly set friend on fire after he told her to stay in the kitchen. So, this one, it seems that some friends were socializing, drinks and cocaine. And one of the male friends said to one of the females present that she should stay in the kitchen. So this kind of went back and forth in the group, and she meandered off and grabbed her a gallon of gasoline, poured it on the man that was talking, and these people are in their 20s, poured it on the man that was talking, flicked a lighter, and said she would set him on fire. So he, as well as several other people present, dared her to do it. And she lit him up. So he suffered permanent damage, had to be put into a medically induced coma. Among other things that happened was his sweat glands were damaged. He's received 10 surgeries. And because his sweat glands were damaged, he cannot be exposed to prolonged sunlight. So I think out of all of this, with the asterisk on cocaine, that you have to be careful what you say to people. Number 4, historical evidence confirms that President Thomas Jefferson had an affair with Sally Hemings, who was enslaved and a teenager when it happened. I think that might be the additional part that we are not aware of as new information. Number 5, Kourtney Kardashian just revealed that she moved out of the family home as a teen because of controlling and bossy Caitlyn Jenner, who wouldn't even let her phone her dad. So I think at the time, the way the article goes, she was 16 and Rob Kardashian would have been 3. So there we have it, a teenager's impression. So she went to live with her dad. Number 6, who is sitting with my wife? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was surprised to see Chris Paul in attendance for Game 2 versus T-Wolves. As you know, Shai has been named MVP of the NBA because of his scoring stats. And Chris Paul and him were on the same team as teammates early in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's career. So he was present for the game. Number 7, Shaquille O'Neal casually gives a YouTuber a stack of cash after he let him know he dropped money on the floor. So this is one of those things. Shaquille was walking on the streets of Atlanta, if I remember correctly. And one of his admirers came over to let him know that he liked his show, liked him as a person, etc., etc. And of course, of the exchange, when Shaq turned to walk away, money fell out of his pocket. So the young man pointed to it and said, you dropped your money. And one of the people in Shaq's entourage picked the money up and handed it to him. Consequently, Shaq opened his wallet, pulled out a stack of cash, and gave it to him. He said, keep it. So this is just another larger-than-life story about Shaquille O'Neal and is dealing with people. And then number 8, the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Most recently, this week, Kid Cudi testified. And this plays to the charges that are leveled against Sean Combs. Sex trafficking, racketeering, and because of Cudi's car being set on fire, what pulls all this together would be arson. So legal eagles have broken the case down to see where the charges fit in to the activities that evidence is being brought forward pertaining to. Anyway, another thing that kind of crossed my mind in reference to this, Suge Knight made a comment from where he is that if Sean were found guilty, that probably President Trump would pardon him. So, people can give their opinions. That's not a problem. But here's what I think of when I think about Suge Knight and Death Row, and subsequently Snoop Dogg having taken the business over. So, one day, Suge Knight was at a location and he was about to pull into his parking space when some other man had put his car in Suge Knight's parking space. So Suge Knight was upset. He ended up running over the man, backing up, and running over him again, which is why Suge Knight is where he is now. So that's what comes to mind when I think of Suge Knight. But be that as it may, the trial continues for Sean Diddy Combs and charges. In the top stories, rapper Kid Cudi says his car was set on fire after Sean Diddy Combs broke into his Hollywood Hills home. And this is based on Sean Combs thinking that Cudi and Cassie Ventura were dating. And there's a little space in the timeline, but nonetheless, the events stand for themselves. Number 2, Trump is hosting a private dinner for the top 220 buyers of his Meme coin tonight. And even the crypto lobby is grumbling. Number 3, Miley Cyrus on the verge of a new era reveals traumatic health scare, excruciating. So this was 3 years ago. She went ahead and performed even though she was in pain, and I think the medical term was meningitis or something like that. It's a female situation. Okay, so she powered on through, did her performance, and later got the attention that she needed. Number 4, Blake Lively's team celebrates Justin Baldoni withdrawing inappropriate Taylor Swift subpoena. So, Justin Baldoni is accused of inappropriate sex advances toward Blake Lively, and so everybody that's on that level interacting together is trying to sort it out in court. Blake Lively is accusing him of saying. Number 5 in the top stories. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley weighs in on Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese's rivalry. It's great for the NBA. So, in this instance, game 1 for the WNBA. Hard foul from Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese. Angel reacted. But in all of this, bear in mind this. Caitlin is a guard, Caitlin is a guard, and Angel is a forward. So, the way that went was the flagrant foul, and both were given technicals. So, the NBA is moving on. Number 6 on the top stories. Caitlin Clark gets chippy with opponent, delivers a damning message, not scared. And number 7, ex-Biden DOJ official slams Democratic Party for lying to everyone, blasting cabinet over her report. And this goes back to, when there was an interview with then President Biden, and the reporter referred to him as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Number 8 on the top stories, House GOP's Big Beautiful Bill includes billions in cuts to food stamps, shifts more costs to states. Passed by 1 vote. And number 9, I'm on the verge of finishing my dream course at Harvard Business School. With Trump's crackdown on foreign students, I don't know if I'll be back on campus. Personal viewpoint. And number 10, who is the anti-Israel suspect in the killing of 2 Israeli embassy staffers? The anti-Israel suspect accused of gunning down 2 Israeli embassy staffers leaving an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. last night was identified as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago. So that covers some of what's current in the news and the top stories for Friday. And these are some things that I found of interest myself that I wanted to pass on. This is Memorial Day weekend, so besides the shopping and whatever things you may have scheduled, it is or marks the unofficial start of summer. And just like that, here we are. Number 2, this one was just something that caught my interest, as things on the internet sometimes do. And, okay, it's holding for me. This is from Core Digest, and May 6th, so it's kind of current. Psychological truths that'll blow your mind. RNC Live 2.0, posted by Ravindra Nath, May 6th. So here we go. Your mind lies to you, and this is based on that idea where you have conversations with people, and sometimes you say, well, where did you get that from? Or what made you think that? Okay, so here it is. Your mind lies to you. It makes you believe your fears are bigger than they really are. That was number 1. Number 2, we're all controlled by our emotions. Even when we think we're thinking logically, our feelings are pulling the strings. We don't see the world as it is. We see it through the lens of our own experiences, biases, and beliefs. Number 4, the brain loves comfort. You'll stick to bad habits and unhealthy relationships because the brain wants what's familiar. Number 5, people don't change unless they want to. No matter how much you try to fix someone, it's their decision, not yours. Number 6, we're addicted to drama. We crave the chaos, whether it's in our relationships, social media, or our own minds. Number 7, the need for validation is real. You may say we don't care about others' opinions, but deep down, we're all seeking approval. Number 8, the past shapes you more than you realize. Your childhood, your trauma, your memories, they stay with you, influencing everything you do. Number 9, you're your own worst enemy. That voice in your head doubting you, holding you back, that's all you. Number 10, our brains are wired for survival, not happiness. Your mind is more focused on keeping you safe than making you feel good. Number 11, most of your decisions are unconscious. You think you're making choices with your logic, but most of it's driven by hidden emotions and desires. Number 12, fear of rejection is a powerful motivator. It drives us to act in ways we don't even understand just to feel accepted. And number 13, happiness is a choice, not a guarantee. If you wait for life to hand it to you, you'll keep waiting. You've got to create it yourself. Core's Digest, psychological truths that'll blow your mind. Interesting, if nothing else. And here's another little one, Treasury Department. No more pennies. In the early part of 2026, the Treasury Department has decided not to print any more pennies. The cost of pennies in the last 10 years has gone from 1.3 cents to 3 cents to 3.69% per coin to make. So not making pennies anymore will save $56 million. How about that one? So that means the smallest coin in American currency will be the nickel. So this will be reflected in prices that end with a 5. Early 2026. And we're already 6 months in, almost in 2025. And this one is just so you know that there's things that happen that you cannot control. My suckers are here. Kentucky mom stunned after son ate secretly orders, and that's secretly orders $4,200 worth of dum-dums, leaving her with 70,000 lollipops to sell on Facebook thanks to Amazon return policy. Out of 30 giant boxes, Amazon accepted 8 on its return policy. So how this happened, the mother gave the child the phone to play with. So that's how it goes. This is a sideshow, Friday, May 23rd, 2025. I'm Theodore Parker. That's it. Hashtag.